morning, good morning, good morning. It is Bernard Moore on the road. Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more. I'm Bernard Moore, your host for today's show. Thank you guys for joining me this beautiful Saturday morning, January the 16th, 2023. Central Mississippi right now, working out of my home, airing from out of my home office. It's a little gloomy outside. Skies are gray. Looks like it's a potential for rain. But this is the day that the Lord has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in. Again, thank you for tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. My apologies. I've been out of action for quite a few Saturdays. I've been having a lot going on. Nothing bad. It's just being involved in a lot of stuff in the community with work and working with your clients. So it was a lot going on. So yeah, that's I've been out of commission for a while, but there's nothing wrong. But boy, we have some things in store that is coming up for 2024. Again, this is December the 16th. 15 days away, 15 days remaining in this month. Let me make sure my math is correct. Got to make sure my math is correct. Pull up the trusty handy calculator. Is it 31? Subtract by 16. Uh-oh. I'm See, sometimes working for your home office, you get on the wrong computer. You get on the wrong thing. Yes, 15 days remaining in this month before we get to 2024. Now, I know everybody makes New Year's, guys, what is it called? Resolutions. Don't wait till the new year. Go ahead and make it now. Because if you do it now, you go ahead and get started right now. Because you wait till the new year, you think about it, then you're gonna forget about it, and then the new year come, and you say, "Ah, man, I'm gonna start the new year." So go ahead and start now. And I know one of the top five, in my opinion, top five New Year's resolution, 5 to 1. This is just my opinion. We're gonna do things different. We're not gonna put up with the same stuff that we put up with in the year before. We're going to change some habits that we used to do that we did the year before. We're going to take risk and chances on things because we were a little afraid that we did the year before. We're going to eat different than we did the year before. And we're going to lose weight. Those are my top five. So again, you can take it however you want it, but just go ahead and start now. Don't wait till the new year again, because you may forget for the new year and say, "Hey, I said I was going to do some things," or just go ahead and write it out, put it in front of you, put it in a place that you see daily, so that it can remind you. You need to start this right now. That's why I know some people that make vision boards. They write the vision out so that they can see it daily. And then, what are you doing right now for the future for your vision? So that leads to the place, like I stated, we got been talking with some business individuals, working on a few things for 2024. It's not saying that I want to wait till the next year to do it. I just want to go ahead and close out this year with things that I'm working on right now with More and More Sports Management, with some other organizations that I work with, because like in 2024 we'll have a lot going on. And then sometime I was talking with a few community organizations and individuals that I've done some work with. We're looking forward to doing some things in 2024. So I will be doing a lot of fundraising, guys. So I'm not just coming out asking you to give me money, donate money along this line. I just would like for you to be a part of it and just spread the word, because the events that I will be doing, there's an admission fee. It's not astronomically though, 30, 40, $50. No, I try to keep it very low, because these are family fun events. So I would like for you to bring the entire family out, instead of saying, "Well, man, to tell you that much, man, I don't want to go. I can't bring my family. I want to take his family." But these are family fun events, so that's the reason why I try not to have the tickets skyrocket, even work out some type of discount. Excuse me, especially with children certain age. I try to free admission from children 12 and under. That's just typically what I do, children 12 and under. Now, and I know some of us fabricate about our children's ages. Be truthful now. Again, this is just something that we're providing for the community, providing resources, monetary resources to these different organizations so that they can continue to do what they're attempting to do in the community because that is our mission, especially with more and more sports management, is that we are here to help make a difference and to help our clients to be successful. That is our main objective with more and more sports management is to make sure that our clients are successful in what they are doing. So I'm not looking at it to again a lot of the events that I place. I just sales and 30 this I just donate the whole thing because it is it is just it's just part of me. That's all. It's just part of me. So we're definitely looking forward to some things that are taking place in 2024. But definitely be on the lookout. Now, what I was stating about the mission of more and more sports management, our mission is to provide its clients the best service possible to bridge the gap between our client and other avenues of service while developing quality relationship to form a family. That's mainly what more and more sports management we're about. No, again, we're that bridge between different resources, and we're helping our clients to overcome. I mean, to cross that bridge and help them to navigate through what they're doing. Now, I'm not going to say that we know everything, but if I know somebody that knows something, so we can put it that way. But again, thank you for tuning in to More on a Roll with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we're all about. If you'd like more information about our company, you can log on to www.mms-management.com. You have to excuse my voice. My voice is on it's in a basketball gym somewhere throughout the state of Mississippi, Louisiana, because that's the few games we've been playing throughout Mississippi, Louisiana. And I'm a junior varsity. I'm over the junior varsity team at Hillcrest Christian School and assist with the varsity board. And talking in the gym and trying to get your players to focus or trying to get their attention, and you have to compete against the other coaches yelling at their player. The player's not paying attention. So it's a lot. And then it's cold and flu season time right now, as well as basketball season. And my voice is like a roller coaster. That's why I don't like to yell because my voice, it seems like I get hoarse quickly because of me yelling, and it seems like my voice go. I can talk, then my voice, like you can hear some of it right now. But it's quite interesting. But hey, it is what it is. What it is. What it is. Whew. Now, I want to talk about some of these coaching changes that are taking place in the world of sports. I know that some people look at this as a sports show. Yes, it did start off as a sports show, but we want to talk about everyday thing in life because I am one of try to be a part of everything, everyday part of life because that's just what it is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk statistics to you and all that good stuff because you can look this stuff up just like I can. But hey, it is what it is, what it is. But just want to talk about some of the coaching changes that are taking place here and this world of sport. Now, it was quite interesting. I was listening to one of the radio shows while traveling in my vehicle, and it was talking about what the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick made up an agreement. Not sure if this is true or not, but just listen to the radio show. And this is what was stated on that radio show that the Patriots and the Belichick are looking to separate. Separate at the end of the season, but they didn't want to terminate them during the middle of the season. At the beginning, during the middle of the season, because I don't understand why that if you know you're gonna get rid of the coach, just go ahead and wait till the end of the season. Go ahead and just fight through the remainder of the season because it's potentially it may be a turnaround. And if you do it during the middle of the season, sometimes you don't know how the players may react or how they may play, how they may attempt to give their all, because if I know, hey, you're not gonna be in this shit, man. I may not even be here since they talking about getting rid of you, so I may just rebel or whatever. But I know that it's all business. I know that this is strictly business. Sports has become it's a business. It's a multi-billion, trillion-dollar business. So as you can see, that sometimes the players, they will react different when they find out that their coach is no longer going to be here at the end of the season or with them next year. So they'll play different. Some may play like they don't care, and some may go out and give their best season. So it all just depends upon the player and how they feel about the situation. But some players got to understand that this is a business. So, all right, and reference back to the story that the Patriots and the Bills will separate at the end of the season. And I was listening to another show, and they was talking about the same thing, and they started mentioning teams' best fit for Bill Belichick service, in which the Los Angeles Chargers, they terminated their general manager as well as their head coach. And some said, "What about the Chargers?" Because Belichick is in need of a franchise quarterback, in which the Chargers do have a franchise quarterback. I'm not sure why they not producing the way that they should with that pretty decent quarterback, franchise quarterback, and the franchise nice receiving core. So I'm still trying to figure out why they are not doing why they're not having the success that they should have based off their roster. And so some said, what about the Los Angeles Chargers, Bill Belichick? Would that be a good fit for Bill Belichick? Again, they also brought up the record of Bill Belichick without the legendary Tom Brady. Some people call him the GOAT. I just say he's a good quarterback, and some people call him a heater, one of those cats that run very fast that's in the jungle. I'm not going to say it, that has stripe and run very fast, not of the Jaguar or the Tiger, the other cat, and nor the cougar, but one of those other cats in the jungle. That's what some people call Tom Brady, as well as sometimes Belichick. Hey, it is what it is, what it is. But some say that they put out a record that he was 83-100 without Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. That was a relationship that was built many years, and they won. They've been successful, won a number of Super Bowls, and played in a number of Super Bowls together. So you can see that there was much success with those two. But now he's without Tom Brady, has Matt Jones, and I think he went through two other quarterbacks after Tom Brady. That excuse me again, like I stated, my voice is somewhere in somebody's gym. Excuse me 1 second. Okay. Like I said, they had a good relationship together, but then they separated, and Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay, won Super Bowl, could have played in a few more, and Bill Belichick suffered. So now he's saying that he he is a system, he's a system type strategy type coach. He has a good system. If you put the right pieces in that system, that system will be successful. So him being in Los Angeles with the Chargers, I think that, in my opinion, when I heard, I was like, man, that would be good. He can definitely build up the defense. He has a good quarterback in Josh Herbert, Keenan Allen as a receiver, and I think they have another receiver. Can't think of his name, but I think they do have the pieces where I think he will fit well. Just go ahead and strengthen up the offensive line, as well as structure around the defense a little, and go get Romeo Crennel and Josh McDaniels back on his staff with him to help build the Chargers. And see, and that's the thing, that he started losing a lot of his assistant coaches to become head coaches elsewhere, or come coordinators. Some position coaches become coordinators elsewhere. And so if he bring back his whole staff, I think that will be a good fit in Los Angeles with the Chargers. But then also another team that came to mind were the Carolina Panthers. Now, Carolina has a young quarterback. And Bryce Young, is it Bryce Young? Yes, and Bryce Young. I could think of the quarterback. I'm thinking about C.J. Stroud with the Texans. I get them kind of mixed up. Yeah, with and Bryce Young, who is a good mobile quarterback. If you just go ahead and put a few more of the pieces of the, I mean, put some more pieces to the puzzle around him, I think they will be a good team. A team that you better watch out for. The Carolina Panthers, if they get some good other pieces around the puzzle, but if they had a good, I mean, if they had a strong coach, guys, well, this will be their third coach in less than 2 years. I'm not sure, but hey, it's all about it's this strictly business. I just wish sometime the owners would sit down and just converse with the coaches and not just the head coach, converse with the entire staff and say, hey, what do we need to do? And just instead of I know this is a fan favorite league. Instead of just listen to the fans, fire the coach, get rid of him. He sucked. You need to do this to the entire staff. Sit down and just talk with them. Hey, what do we need to do to be successful? What is it that we need so that we can be successful? So that's the thing I think owners need to sit down and talk to. Hey, what can we do to be successful? What is needed instead of just say, well, fire you. You're not winning. We need to fire you right now. Bye. That's what I think. That, again, that's just my opinion. But hey, I'm not one of the owners. Would like to sit in some of those meetings though. But yay. Yeah, and you listen to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management, nothing but more. If you like us on our social media site, Facebook, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel, More and More Sports Management. Now, if you go into Google, I mean, if you go in and search it via YouTube and stuff, multiple other More and More Sports may come up. So I would advise definitely go to our website at www.mms-management.com to get directly to our social media link. Now, again, continue on with those coaching changes. Now there's some college coaching changes going on. This is around the time where a lot of coaching staffs get terminated, as well as make some updates. But again, that's just a part of the business. Now, I'm of one. What happened to loyalty? Whatever happened to loyalty? That's the main thing. I'm looking for loyalty. Again, excuse me. We're dealing with some cough stuff. Thank you. Excuse me. Like I said, man, this basketball coaching, then with this weather changing, is playing a toll on me. But what happened to Lloyd? I'm finna name a few coaches, but then at you can see at possibly at the tail end of their season they got ran out of Dodge. Eddie Robinson, Joe Paterno, Bobby Bowden, and the late Robert Hughes, and late on all these coaches are deceased. Excuse me, the late Eddie Robinson, the late Joe Paterno, the late Bobby Bowden, and the late Robert Hughes. Those coaches, they were loyal to their particular prospective employer, university institution. The late Eddie Robinson was at Grambling. Now, I had an opportunity to meet Eddie Robinson my freshman year at Jackson State. That was my first road travel game that the coach allowed me to travel since I was a freshman, and I was on the equipment staff. I couldn't travel to the away game, but that was my first travel game, and I had opportunity to meet Eddie Robinson. That was his last year, which was my freshman year back in 1998. I was a student at Jackson State. Eddie Robinson was at Grambling for quite some time. He's one of the winningest coach of HBCU Division Two. I mean, not Division Two, Division uh, One AA. He's up there in and Division One A coaches a number of wins number of seasonal wins. Now, he stepped away that following year. I want to say, I think it was due to health reasons. The late Joe Paterno, legendary coach at Penn State, won number of games, produced a number of NFL players, won didn't win so many championships, but there was some turmoil around Penn State. There was reported some turmoil around Penn State football program. And I want to say his age, he was about 80 something, almost still attempted to coach. And you could basically say they forced him to retire. And then a few months, like a year or so later, he passed. Bobby Bowden, legendary coach at Florida State, won a few championships, produced a lot of NFL players, some NFL Hall of Famers, produced some All American, produced some top conference players, produced some outstanding athletes, just not on the field and off the field. Had a wide coaching tree, had a big coaching tree. Even with his sons became successful coaches as well. Now, not as a success as their father, but his sons, there were some successful coaches also. He was basically almost forced out of Florida State. And once he stepped down, months to some years, he passed. The late Robert Hughes, who's a good mentor of mine, he wasn't a head coach long, but he worked with the institution for quite some time. Uh, Produced some outstanding young men, such as myself. He worked with a lot of individuals on the in the football program. Taught me some things how to work with different type of equipment to create stuff. He helped me just working with him. I learned a lot of working with the equipment. He was forced out, and so the point is being that some people give their all to those particular institutions, and some health reasons made some individuals step away, but some would just told them to come to the office, sit down, converse, told them to stand up and turn in your keys and all other stuff. Instead of just saying, hey, what can we do to be successful? Because somebody brought you into this position. Somebody said that I think that you would do great at this position. But some said, well, no, I don't think you're best fit for this institution. We got to move on. Now, we can look at this multiple different ways. Is it that I wasn't doing the things that you would like for me to do the way you want them to be done instead of the way that I think they should be done? Or is it that I'm not your buddy? We're here to work. We're not golf buddies. We're not club buddies. Go out have a cold root beer and sit down and talk and chit chat about how it's a family. And which, as an employer, as a supervisor, as a leader, you should check up on the people, the individuals that work along with you. Not work for you, work along with you. And it just out of respect, because you want to make sure that everything going. Not saying that you have to be BFF and things along that line. You just want to make sure everybody's mental state is good, because if something is going on at home, but then at work, what's going on at home can transfer over to their workplace, and it can cause an issue at the workplace, whereas that they may not be productive. They walk around being angry, or they're lacking, or they may make a simple mistake that can cause harm to somebody. So that's the best thing, to just kind of keep up on your employees. And then when, as an employee, I feel that my employer really cares about me individually, as well as me mentally, physically, all that good stuff, then I can be a little bit more productive. I can say, hey, this person really cares about me. So I am going to want to go, as I say, give my all. I mean, not say give my all, but go out and do my best to help to be productive, to help the company strive, to help the company what's what I'm trying to look for, to help the company to excel in productivity, things along the line. So you get the point in saying that if I feel that someone cares about me, I care about my well being, or make sure that my family's a, and if there's something that are, I mean, if there's something that is in need, they're there to help me. I'm not saying they're gonna give me the world, but they're there to help us see what can we do, or like I stated before, one of our missions with more and more sports management is to help bridge the gap between our clients and other avenues of service. So that's the thing as a good employer that you should be on the lookout for your employees to see what can I do to help my employees to be successful in whatever the things that they do. So that's why I say sometimes the employees, the employer need to make sure that the employees are good, that you can just take a look at them and ask them how are things? Is everything all right? Are we safe? Everything good at home? It's not trying to say that we're being nosy or anything, but we just want to make sure that we're well being. But sometimes we got to be quiet because sometimes we may run our mouth just a little bit too much and spread everybody business. But they confided in you directly and hoped that you can keep that between you and I and the four walls that we are in between, instead of just going around sharing all this information with everybody else. But again, whatever happened to loyalty and say, hey, what can we do? What can I do as an employer, as a supervisor, as an owner, as a boss? What can I do to make your job better so that we can be productive, instead of saying, man, you're not being productive, so I need to fire you. Sometimes we don't understand what's going on because we don't understand what's going on. It's a lot going on in people's lives. And I know this is, some people begin to turn a blind eye to certain things. I'm not a counselor on the mental health status. I do not know any diagnosis. I can't diagnose things. I cannot sit here and say that you are, this is what you're suffering from. I cannot. I cannot. But so the only thing I can suggest is that you, as an employer, definitely look out for uh, those individuals to make sure that everything is good with your employees. So talk to them, be there for them, help support them in the best way that you can. So that nothing would be just it won't be just crazy stuff. So definitely be there for them and things along that line. Whew, got all that. Again, thank you for tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Moore, the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we are all about. Definitely log on to our website, www.mms-management.com, for more information about what we can do. And if you are one of a business that would like some assistance, and we can help negotiate contracts, we can help plan events, we can go ahead and do a lot. I can say we can do a lot. Sometimes I'm of one that like to learn different things, like to be a part of different things. So I'm open to many different avenues and see what how more and more sports management uh, can definitely be an assistant in helping you accomplish the goals that you had set before you. But like I stated before, we got a lot of stuff that we're in place, not that we're in place, that we're putting in place for 2024. So definitely stay tuned. Definitely follow up along with us. Definitely, again, check out the website as well as follow us on social media, because I will post a lot of stuff, and as well as you will see some advertising on the shows, as well as you may see me doing some news report. I mean, doing some news uh, segments, radio, all that good stuff. So definitely stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff that we're working on for 2024. I'm excited about it. I wish I can say some of the stuff about it now, but not yet. So definitely stay tuned and look out for it. Now, I want to say about some of the stuff that we're looking to do in 2024 has a lot to do with what I'm about to talk about right now. And I know that there was a story about a man named Gabriel. That's the Brady Bunch. I don't know how the song goes. There was a story, but there was something about a man named something. There's something that you understand the Brady Bunch story, the Brady Bunch show. It's how we became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. Yeah, that stuff. There was a right around. I'm talking about my city, our city. For those who are unaware, yes, I grew up. I was born and raised majority of my life in the city of Jackson, Mississippi. I know there's a Jackson, Tennessee. There's a Jackson, Michigan. I think there's a Jackson, Alabama, also, if I'm not mistaken. But I am from Jackson, Mississippi. Let me see. Ja- Jackson. Yes, city. Oh, wow. Sometimes we type it on these certain computers and stuff. It's kind of difficult. City name stays with the city. Oh, stays with the city name Jackson. Okay, wow, we got a whole lot of them. We got Jackson, Alabama, Jackson, California, Jackson, Georgia, Jackson, Idaho, Jackson, Indiana. Okay, now where did that just go? Okay, wow. I didn't know it was, man, it's a lot. Okay, United States, you got Jackson, Alabama, Jackson, California, Jackson, Georgia, Jackson, Idaho, Jackson, Indiana, Jackson, Ripley County, Indiana, Jackson, Kentucky, Jackson, Louisiana, Jackson, Maine, Jackson, Michigan, Jackson, Minnesota, Jackson, Mississippi, the state capital, the most populous city of Mississippi, huh? Jackson, Missouri, Jackson, Montana, Jackson, Nebraska, Jackson, New Hampshire, Jackson, Camden County, New Jersey, Jackson Township, New Jersey, Jackson, New York, Jackson, North Carolina, Jackson, Union County, North Carolina, Jackson, Ohio, Jackson Township, Susquehanna County, Pennsylvania, Jackson, Pennsylvania, Jackson, Rhode Island, Jackson, South Carolina, Jackson, Tennessee, Jackson, Washington, Jackson, Wisconsin, Jackson, Wyoming, Jackson County. Well, that's no more. Jackson Hole, a valley in the state. Jackson Hole, that's in Wyoming. That's a valley in the state of Wyoming. Jackson Parish, Louisiana. Jackson River, that's in Virginia. Jackson Township. Lake Jackson, that's a reservoir in Georgia. Mount Jackson, that's in Mount Jackson, that's in Colorado and Montana. Mount Jackson in New Hampshire. Mount Jackson in Wyoming. So you see all the parts that there is a city named out of Jackson. I reside in Jackson, Mississippi. I was born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi. This is where I do a lot of my work in Jackson, Mississippi, in Hinds County, Mississippi. I do a lot of work here locally. Graduate of Farsi High School, a graduate of Jackson State University with my master's and my bachelor's and my master's degree. I again do a lot of work in Jackson, along within Hinds County. So now, what I'm leading to, taking stroll around the city of Jackson and its surrounding area, and sometimes we go through certain parts. Now, yes, I travel through Madison, travel through Warren County, travel through Yazoo County, travel through Rankin County, Simpson County, Copiah County, and I'm just kind of going around the counties that surrounding Hinds County and the city, Clinton, Byram, Flowood, Ridgeland, and Tougaloo. I I'm just just saying the cities that and Florida is that would it be Florida? No. Pocahontas. I'm just saying the cities that the counties that are surround Hinds County, and then the cities that cities towns that surrounds Jackson. Travel in certain parts of Jackson, things look a little different. Travel around in certain parts of Jackson, things look a big different. And the reason why I'm stating what I'm stating, again, I was driving around Jackson. Things look a little different. Things look a little different. Things look a little different. And all of those images are right around the corner from each other. So the point where I'm trying to get, who is accountable? Accountability is very important. Who is responsible for this? Now, I know that there's a report. There was a story that just came out on, I think, a reporter Rosalind Anderson. She did a report on a neighborhood in West Jackson, in which that's where I grew up. I was born not too far from my house. I resided not too far from where she was talking. And yes, that is like that in my neighborhood. It is. Who fault? Well, who is to blame for that? Should we look at the community? Should we look at our elected officials? Or should we look at ourselves in the mirror and say, why is this like this? That was once somebody's sofa that somebody sat on, that somebody sat as a family and watched TV on, that somebody made a commission off of when they sold it. Somebody made a salary when they created it. Somebody made a salary when they delivered it to that particular store. Somebody made a salary when they delivered to that particular home where which it was first purchased. So there's value in that particular sofa. It brought joy. It brought hatred. It brought peace. It brought rest. It brought so much stuff. But right now, it's sitting in on the side of the road, bringing warmth to a bug, bringing warmth to a stray dog or something. A possibility to bring in a place that a homeless individual probably grab one of the pillows and so then go find them a cot somewhere in a place like this. Now, I'm asking, don't know what is going on, but if we want our city to thrive, if we want anywhere, not just saying just Jackson, this is not just a Jackson, Mississippi thing. It is not. It is not just a West Jackson or South Jackson or Northeast Jackson or North Jackson thing. It is not just a Jackson thing. I've traveled throughout the state a lot. I've traveled to other states. I've traveled to even our neighboring counties. I've traveled through our neighboring cities, and I've seen something similar. So it's not just a Jackson thing, it is an individual thing of somebody that who really don't care about how others feel, really don't care about why am I doing this to our city. And see, and this is the image of one of the water plants for in Jackson. Yes, Jackson is known to have issues with their water. Yes, we're going through some things right now with updating some pipes. Yes, it's a headache sometimes with the water pressure. So it's a lot going on. My opinion, I can't say if this is the reason, but this is just my opinion. The, some of the issues we're having with our water is because of this. We finna look like we finna get some rain coming through. Somewhere around it, there's a creek that flows water from point A to point B to different parts. And so if this stuff gets washed into one of those creeks and the stuff is flowing creek and it's going to be a baggage stopped up somewhere, which is going to cause a bad smell, and then somebody's not getting something somewhere, then we'll say what is the issue, then we're going to be pointing into our officials or the people of that particular industry saying that it's you all's fault that this is what's happening. But the main reason why it's happening is because of this. And sometimes this is in the city of Jackson. This is in the city of Jackson. But possibly, guess where this probably came from? Not out of a house or home from the city of Jackson. Or my apology, my apology. I'm not gonna say that. It probably did come from a home in the city of Jackson. But that individual was again, what's the word am I trying to look? What's the word am I looking for? Given an opportunity for someone to make a reasonable income to ask them to come remove something out of their home to go discard it and a landfill to go discard it somewhere in a landfill or a place where they're supposed to place their trash or um, dispose of dispose of any type of old furniture, old furniture or any type of old furniture or what's I'm trying to say, or old appliance, things along that line. If they were trying to discard things like that, that's just they're called a company. There are companies out there that do that. I know quite a few. Well, I don't know quite a few, but I know of one. I know of some of a guy that I've done some work with, and that's what he does. No, he'll go to individuals' home and removal of their trash. Again, I got to excuse me right now because this cough and all that good stuff is coming on. Excuse me one second. Thank you so very much. But I think that's his business. He hauls away old garbage or disposed stuff that people are trying to get rid of. Legally, there are places for us to go and dispose of all the stuff called the landfill. The government, city officials, they've decided to say, hey, we want to use certain parts of an area that is unincorporated, that is not being used, that we can use these lands to discard all the garbage and stuff and trash that we find in our fields and in our homes that we're trying to get rid of. We're going to put it in the field. We'll separate it, recycle, because some of this stuff can be reused. As you see now, with all the different Go Green actions, they are reusing a lot of stuff. And then sometimes if you get some of the wrong stuff altogether, it can cause mishap. In which I know some of y'all that have taken chemistry, in which if the teacher allowed you to mix some stuff and stuff in the lab, and some of us have blown up some stuff. So that's why they kind of cut back on it, and it's more of a controlled substance that you can create in those particular chemistry labs. So nobody want to blow nothing up. So yes, we have some individuals that do work in the chemistry lab that does those things, but I know they don't just let anybody do that stuff because people may blow some stuff up, may cause may cause a big disagreement amongst individuals that were involved. Whew. But again, we listen to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we're all about. Again, I thank you for joining us this beautiful Saturday day. Some people look like, man, it's not beautiful outside. It looks like it's about to rain. Well, if I can see the gray clouds in the sky, if I can feel the rain, I can hear the thunder sound, if I can hear the rain hitting off the buildings or the rooftop or hitting the ground, guess what? It's a beautiful day because I am able to enjoy the goodness of the goodness of the nature that God has created through Mother Nature. So yes, it is a beautiful day. Woo, boy, it's a lot. That's a lot going on. Now, again, uh, those images that I was showing you, that again, I did take those images throughout the city of Jackson. Just doing a ride around, traveling to different destinations throughout the city of Jackson. Uh, while we are just out having fun. But a lot of that trash, it is being thrown on the side of the streets by residents of Jackson. And sometimes that stuff is being thrown on the side of the street by non-residents of Jackson. That somebody provided them with an opportunity to earn a few bucks legally, but then you illegally go ahead and just discard that stuff on the side of the road in an abandoned building or abandoned home or yard or something. And but there's a resident that stays behind all that trash that is trying to keep this stuff up, that's trying to take care of their property. But these individuals, the non-residents of Jackson, of the city, they come in to start degrading the community by just saying, "Hey, well, they don't care about it, so I'm gonna throw some stuff all over here. I just made 100, and I just saved me 20 because I was gonna have to spend 20 just to drop this trailer load at the landfill. Come on now." Be a legit business now. Follow along the rules and regulations. So that's the reason why rules were created, so we would not be living like animals. Not saying anything wrong with animals, but so we just won't be living out in the wild. And if you go to the jungle, is each person for themselves. There's no rules and regulations in the wild. So, but we are a humane society that we do have common sense where we're trying to work together. So come on, stop trashing these streets, especially the non-residents of the particular area. Now I know my office is collecting a whole lot of paperwork. That because I just get paperwork and I stack it up in my office. So I'm gonna get in here one day and I'm gonna clean up my office. Now I cannot let y'all see everything up in here because I got receipts and papers and my tools and I mean not tools and my gadgets all over the place. But this is my mess. I'm gonna clean up my mess. I'm gonna clean it up soon, and then I got to get rid of some stuff. Also, got to shred some paperwork. So that's one thing. I know I've been missing some of the shred days, so that's why I got a lot of paper that I need to shred. So that's the reason why it looks like this. I got a lot of papers I need to shred. Some stuff that I don't want to just throw in the trash. So yeah, that's the reason why my office looks like it's a mess, a mess, a mess. And then when you share an office with somebody, sometime just stuff start combining together and become a big kaplu. But hey, we will get it cleaned up. I'm definitely going to get my stuff cleaned. I can't tell about cleaning this stuff. I know I clean up mine either, but it will get taken care of. Just got to go ahead and got to take a day to get it done. And so I probably just need a few hours. Just go ahead and get it done to myself. Like right now, I'm making a start. What is this? Okay, I cannot see what I'm looking at. Can you see what I'm looking at? Okay, well, yeah, that's something. That's something. Okay, yeah, I know what it is. That's something from a trip. Some dinner receipt from a trip that was taken. See, some months ago. But hey, need to keep that so I can go ahead and do the proper paperwork for it to, all that good stuff. But again, thank you for tuning into More on the Road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Now, like I said the images that were shown. I pray that we as society can definitely go ahead and get our things together because we don't want to trash our city. It's a lot going on within our city. So I just want to say to those individuals that are out there doing what they're doing, please stop. Just stop. Just go ahead and use the proper resources. There are resources out there for you to go ahead and dump all that so that we can continue to go ahead and keep a clean environment. I said use your resource effectively, efficiently, and economically. Come on, use your resources. Again, there's plenty of it out there. There's plenty of it out there. But most important, be accountable. Your accountability. Take ownership of it. Be responsible. Commit to it. Be trustworthy, be honest and liable for what you're doing. Your actions are very important. So definitely be mindful of what's going on. There are plenty of individuals out there that are seeking employment. Reach out to those individuals. Give them a legal sense of financial gain instead of for them going out doing stupid stuff and then being arrested and causing crime and causing it's just one thing leads to another. That's what I'm going with. One thing leads to another. If I don't have any money, I'm gonna try to steal some money. Then if I once I steal that money, that's potentially could lead to death, imprisonment, or the hospital. Then which can transfer then the community is losing another place of business because they're tired of getting robbed. So again, they just to go all the way back to the point. This took a job out of I just took a financial gain out the community. A few people that lost their job because they lived in the community. That was a means of making it. Then which could lead to stuff like this or stuff like this. Then people gonna start doing things like this, in which we have areas for people to put their stuff like this. This is a landfill. So one thing leads to another to help the community to grow. One thing leads to another to help the community to fall. Again, like I stated some few shows ago that I went to this, I was attending a few workshops about government, business, education, and community. Which one of these are very important? All four of them are very important because they work together. One can't survive without the other. So they all work. They all are important. Excuse me, one second. So they all are very important. One cannot survive without the other. One helps the other to grow, and once the others have to want to grow, it should also pull up the others to on so that they could be on the same playing field. But some say one is important than the other. You got government, education, business, and community. Without Kevin use government, without the community and education and business, how can you have government? Because the education train our government our community helps our government to be in office because the government serves the community and the business help funds the government. Now, the business, how can the business survive without the community pouring into their business to bring financial gain? How not the education help train the business to operate, and not the government as to provide some type of rules and regulations that they can do to provide resources to the community. Then education, the community cannot grow without education of training the individuals, our community, on how to work together. The education helps support our government growth, provide them the reading, the basic arithmetic, reading, writing, and math of how to operate, as well as for the business. Again, to how to create a service, a product for the community. Then the community is all of that, the business, the government, and education. That is the community. And the community are the people. And I am part of the people, so I am the community as well. So there's no one without the other. They all work together. So people, whatever we need to do, don't just go sit back and give our soapbox stories and we just sit at the water cooler and talk about what they are not doing, what they are doing. If you want to see change, go ahead and be the change as well. If you don't like what's going on, respectfully, do it the right way. There are ways of getting things done. Now, I know some people say politics is crooked. There's crookedness in every street. The streets are crooked. There are no straight streets. Cause guess what? When you're trying to go to another street, you got to turn. So guess what? That's a crook. You got to turn. So a crook is something that's bent. So when you turn that wheel, guess what? You bending your body to the side as you turn. So you can look at it however you want to look at it, but be part of the change. Make change for the best, not just for self, but for generations to come, for the future as well. Because our ancestors and some of our ancestors, they made mistakes, and we're paying for some of those mistakes. So let's go ahead and stop making mistakes, and go ahead and correct those mistakes that were made before us. Again, man, much love to you guys. I thank you for your time. I'm trying to go out and go get me some hot tea to go ahead and take care of my voice. I'm gonna go to one of these gyms again. I'm gonna find my voice. I'm gonna put it back so that I can stop all this cough. But then with this weather change like that, it ain't making it no better. Again, thank you guys for your time. Much love. I see you guys when I see you guys. Now, I don't know where I'm gonna be at next week, but I'm gonna be somewhere and I'm gonna talk to somebody. It may be even you. But if you'd like to be a part of the show, again, you can log on to our website. My contact information is there, or you can find us on via social media. Again, go to the website to get all of our social media sites. We're there for you guys. Again, I appreciate you guys. Much love to you guys. Now it's time for me to get out of here, take care of this voice so I can go sing my song, my Christmas songs that are coming up. Much love to you guys. 1 + 1 = deuces.